Japanese officer stuffed a piece of wood into the man's mouth to gag him and tied his limbs with ropes. Afterwards, the officer forcibly dragged the man's wife into the room and humiliated her. Witnessing this scene, the man's heart felt like it was being torn apart. 3 seconds later, the officer walked out of the room and even ordered the man's student to go inside as well. The student refused at first, so the Japanese officer pulled out a pistol to threaten him. Helpless, the student had no choice but to rush into the room reluctantly. The man shed tears of despair, and even the officer's henchman mocked him from the side. 5 seconds later, the student walked out, and the henchman immediately rushed into the room. Before long, the henchman also came out. With the Japanese's permission, they finally released the man's wife. The poor woman walked slowly out of the room. She glanced at her husband, her eyes conveying a final farewell. Right after that, she suddenly jumped out of the building. The man was overwhelmed with grief. He struggled violently to break free from his bonds, then stumbled downstairs, but it was all too late. His wife had already stopped breathing. The man slowly lifted his head, his eyes scanning and memorizing the faces of these enemies with a fierce gaze. In his heart, a desire to avenge his wife was ignited.